up, Charm City Bird Nation? This is section 388 where the diehard Orioles fan sits. I'm Phil, and this is Al, and Greg. Where is he today? He's
probably working.
Yeah, finishing up school.
Stupid job.
Well, it's probably going to be a short video today because we did nothing in the winter meetings last week. Just signing.
Go Orioles!
Yeah, we didn't make a splash.
But we did make a splash, a little bit of a splash. We made a splash of Wada.
Tsuyoshi Wada. We signed him yesterday. In fact, the press conference was yesterday. Didn't get a chance to see it, but do you think he'll add some depth to this rotation?
I think he will. I mean, a lot of those Japanese pitchers, I mean, everybody doesn't really think much about them because, they don't really hear a whole lot about what's going on in the Japanese leagues. But most of the Japanese players that come over here to play light it up for at least the first, couple years. Mm-hmm. Some people even longer. I mean, look at Nakamura in Boston. I mean, he was just a lights out pitcher there, always, and especially in the relief role. As far as Wada goes, I know last year put up a 16-5 record with an under 2 ERA, and that is exactly what we need. Now, granted, he hasn't faced major league hitting yet, especially for 162 game grueling season.
Yeah.
So that's going to be the real test. I know they don't know if he's going to be a starter or if they're going to put him in the bullpen. I'm sure they'll make that decision in spring training after they see his work ethic and see how they do. But I like the move.
Yeah.
I mean, he pitched in the Baseball Classic back in 2006, and he was giving major league hitters a hard time. So I think that's exactly what we need. I'd like to see him in the starting role.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the big question on all the Japanese players that come over here, well, especially the pitchers, is the rotation. Now, over in Japan, they throw once a week, but in the major leagues, it's like a 5-person rotation. So
and on some teams, it's a 4-man rotation.
So I feel it's going to be a real big challenge for him, but he says he's up for it. And
you also got to look, and that's why I know they haven't made the decision yet. But I mean, look what happened when we brought Koji in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we brought him in as a full legit starter, and when he got into the grunt of the season, he completely started shutting down. I mean, he was effective. I noticed he was effective for 4 solid innings, and getting through that 5th was just torture.
Yeah. And
we really need to get a quality start. You need to go at least 5 innings.
Yep.
And we'll see if this guy can do it. I know with Koji, I mean he threw out his arm, and he had been injury plagued since halfway through his first year here.
Oh yeah. And
then he really found his niche when we put him in the bullpen. Nobody could hit him.
Mm-hmm.
So. We'll see. I think it would be awesome if, I know there's a chance we could get Koji back through a trade.
Yeah, I think that would be important to have like 2 Japanese pitchers in the same bullpen because they can encourage each other and not even like work out with each other too.
That will add so much to our depth.
Yeah,
right
totally.
there. I mean, those are even if this Tsuyoshi Wada guy, won't be an effective starter to start out his stint here. I think him and Koji would be a 1-2 punch in the bullpen.
Definitely, not so much Eveland as we acquired last week.
Yeah,
it was a random move in my opinion. It was like
I think so too. But I mean, we need pitching, and you got to take a chance. I mean, we're taking chances on Japanese players.
Yeah. And
it may pay off, it may not. I mean, they're paying this guy millions of dollars, and they haven't seen him play in the major leagues yet. So I like the gamble. I mean, they took a gamble on Koji, so we'll see what happens.
Now, Prince Fielder is still out there, and so is Roy Oswalt. So there's still a lot more trades to be done, and there's still a lot more work to be done, and hopefully Dan Duquette can give us something to latch on for next season. So far, it's just been a lackluster of a winter season, and I just pray that we get Prince Fielder or someone big in our ball club, so not only to show other players out there that we are serious about contending, but also show the fans that they are serious about contending as well. So I just want to get your opinion on that one.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's probably going to be hard, especially with two premier players out there like Oswalt and Fielder. I think, you know, I don't think we're going to get both of them. I think we may get one of them. If I had to choose, and if I could, you know, talk to Dan Duquette, I would probably go with Oswalt over Fielder. I think pitching is our number one priority, and like I said in the last video, we need a proven starter. I know Oswalt's numbers weren't as good last year as they were, you know, previously. But you gotta think he's on one of the best starting rotations in the major leagues in Philadelphia.
Yep.
That, I mean, they are right up there. That pitching staff is right up there with the Braves of the 90s. Like, it doesn't get any better than that. So even if his numbers have taken a dip, he would probably be an ace here if we got him. And, you know, like I said, winning's contagious.
Yep.
He has the attitude. He's won a ring.
Yeah, and
recently.
Yeah.
I think he is the starter that we need. Now, would he come and play here if we offered him a contract? That's the next issue. As far as Fielder goes, the only issue is, I mean, he's an overweight first baseman that can hit.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Mark Reynolds at first base.
Yeah.
I like Mark Reynolds' bat. Now, if we can cut down the strikeouts,
Yeah.
that would be even better. As far as Prince Fielder goes, I mean, you also have to factor in, yes, he's a great hitter, but can he hit in the American League?
Yeah.
A lot of those big power hitters in the National League can always have issues coming over to the American League for some reason and putting up those same numbers. Look at Sammy Sosa when we had him. I mean, granted, he was at the tail end, but I mean, he was still coming off like 40, 50 home run years before he came over from Chicago, and he laid an egg when he was here.
Yeah, he took a nosedive.
Yeah.
Everyone was like latching on and like so excited that he was here, but I just had this feeling that he wasn't going to be that great when he came to Baltimore.
And he never really hit his stride, and of course that whole Mitchell report thing came out around the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
So he was kind of out for that one. So and Larry Bigby. When I saw Larry Bigby on that Mitchell report, I just started laughing. I was like, really? Tried cheating and it didn't work out for him. So anyway, Prince Fielder, great guy. He wants a huge contract. I don't think the Orioles are gonna take that chance on him. I think they would take the chance on Oswalt though, and I would like to see them take the chance on him because I think he is more of what we need. Like I said before, I think we are contenders right now with the bats that we have.
Yeah, I still agree with that.
And we'll see what happens with the new hitting coach because I know we got rid of Terry Crowley.
Okay.
So we'll see.
So yeah, there's still a lot more free agents out there, even though they are inexperienced. Like one is Cespedes and Darvish, and so yeah, there's not really a whole lot of experienced players out there in the market, but they're good players though. So but they still haven't proven themselves.
But you know, I also like it. I'm sure. I mean, just like Andy McPhail was, he wasn't gonna just make a trade to make a trade. He wanted to make sure we got something good in return, and we weren't giving up one of our top prospects.
Right.
So, you know, yes, the winter meetings didn't go as well as expected, but you know, there's still free agents out there that, you know, I think he would want to go for. So I'm still optimistic.
Yeah.
I still think that there's still a couple months before pitchers and catchers report.
Yep.
So I think
February's
we're still in good shape.
Yeah.
Dan Duquette knows what he wants to do.
Yeah.
He said #1 priority is pitching, and he's going after it. So
Yeah, and it's showing right now, so it's great.
Yep.
Well, again, we didn't get a whole lot of comments last week, and we just want to hear from you, Oriole Nation, and just want to answer questions or just throw out your opinions. So just do that below us, leave the comments, and thank you for tuning in, guys, and we'll see you next week. Peace out.
a good one.
Go Ravens!
Purple Friday.